Welcome. In this session, we will make object of our person class. So we have our class ready. Now it's time to make an object of this class. And we can now, as we have this blueprint here of this person class, now we can have any number of person objects from this. This class is just a blueprint. That is, it's only defines that what this person class will have, and object will be something real of this class. So we can have person 1, person 2, person 3, and as many persons as we want. So how we can make an object? So I will go ahead and make the first object. First of all, we have to define the name of this object. So if I can just say person with a lowercase p, so it's not a class, it has a lowercase p, and I will put it equal to, I have to define the name of this class, that is person, so I will write person with capital P. Now this is the name of the class, that is person. After that, I have to provide these four arguments which I have here. So if I do not have this name, age, gender, and height in this constructor, then I can simply make an object like this, that I have to provide nothing in these two round brackets. But as I have this name, age, gender, and height, because constructor, as we know, is the function that will be called automatically. So when I do this, the constructor will be automatically called, and for that I have to provide these things which I have in constructor. So what will be the name of this person? Let's say John is the name of person, and age, as we will want this age to be an integer, so I will say 20 years old. After that, gender, I will add male here, and height I can say like 6. So 6 feet height, age 20, male, and name John. So we have a person here that has a name, age, gender, and height. This is a successful initialization of a person object. So we have a object here now named person. We can call these functions like eat, walk, get name, get age on this person object, and we can also call these properties there. So I will go ahead and call some function, like I have to write the name of the object first of all, and then I can, with this dot operator, I can call any of the things that are inside this class. So as you can see, IntelliSense is showing me that it has a age function, and it has a height, eat, start. As you can see, IntelliSense is showing me that what this class has. It has age, name, height, and this method named eat, and gender, get age, get name, walk. So as you can see, we are simply getting that what this class is having after writing this dot operator. So I can select anything from here. I can say like get age or walk or eat. I will call this eat function on this class. So when I call this eat function, it should print that it's eating. So I will go ahead and run this. And as you can see in the output, it says eating. So our person is successfully made there, and object, we have a person object there, and when we call this eat function on this, it says eating. Now when I can call the walk function on this person object, let's say person.walk, it will call this walk function that is inside our class, and it should print there walking. So as you can see, now it prints eating, and it also prints walking. So we are calling these functions. We can call any of the functions of this class now as we have the object, and every object is unique. So for example, if we have another object of this person class, that will have its unique values. So I will go ahead and print the name of this function. To print the name, I will just simply print by writing the name of this person, and dot operator, I can also call these variables which I have in this class. So just adding person dot name will give us the name of this person. Now I will go ahead and run this, and as you can see in the output, we have this John printed here. So the name of the person was John, and it printed the name. Similarly, we can also print age and gender and height of this person object, because we have all those properties inside of that class. So what we are doing here is, let's make another person here. I will copy this thing here, and with the few other properties I will make that person. So this will be named person 2, and what I can give name here is Peter. So Peter is the name, and age, let's say 15, male, and height, let's say 5. So we have a second person here. Now we can also get the name of this person and print it on the screen. Let's say person print person2. As you can see, IntelliSense is telling us that there are two objects, person and person2. So I will select person2 and dot name. Now we have two persons, that is person 1 and person 2. So person 1 will be having other values like John, and person 2 has a name Peter. So these are two independent objects. We can have any number of objects that we want. So we can have any number of persons here that we want there to be. So we have a person 2 here named Peter. Let's run this and we can see in the output. As you can see, it prints Peter here. So which specify that this object is different from the first object person which we have there. So it has its own values and its own place in memory. So we can also call this eat and walk function on this person too as well, and we can call any of the other functions which we have in this class. So one thing you have noticed, you might have thought that what I'm doing here is that person.name, I'm getting this property name of this class person by directly writing the object name and then the name of this property. And there is also a function get name that returns this name. So why we have a function here to get a name when we can directly call this name property on an object? So what is the need of making this function get name there? This is of core importance why we are doing this. So why we need this function? The reason is there might be some constraints we want to apply on this, that the number of characters in this name should not be greater than 20, or we can have any other constraints there that person name should start with something, or we can have different constraint on this, like on age we can have a constraint that it should not be greater than 100 or 200, because we can have different constraint on these values, and we will learn this in detail when we go to the section named encapsulation, and that is a very important concept. So we will get into details of this in our encapsulation part, where we will learn about these things. For now, just to show you that we can call any of these functions and any of these properties in this class by directly on the name of that object, we can do that. So I have showed you we have made a person object and a person too, and we have called these two functions and the property name. Similarly, as I have called name, we can call any other property like age, gender and height on this object. So let's call the age property on this person 2. So person2 dot age will give us 15, that is age of this person. So as you can see, it prints 15. Now I can to specify, I can add here like person Peter age is, and it will then print the Peter's age. After that I can just simply print John age. So I will write John age is, and I can print John age person dot age. So now it will print in a more good format there. It says Peter age is 15 and John age is 20. As you can see, they have separate values and separate different, all of these things which we have in this class are separately available for both of our objects, and any number of objects we made, they have that separate thing for them. So now as we have this name person here and person 2, we can have any name of our choice for an object as well. For example, if I want this object to be John instead of like writing person, so I can do that. I can say John. So what I'm writing here, John, now John is the object. So it's, as you can see, there is an error line that person is not there. So I have to write John here as well. Here. So everywhere where we were using person, now I am using John. So now it will also work in the similar pattern it was working before. So we can have any name of our object. So that's all from this session.